Cassie XOXO93 says, it's hump day.
Yes, it is. Good morning, Terry. Good morning, Cassie. Oh, I was just grabbing my coffee off the machine. Oh, this is a different iron farm than we were in when we last logged out. Oh, man. Good morning. Oh, and we have wings here. Only a couple more days without wings on Rocketcraft. Only a couple more days. Oh, look at that night vision. Yeah. Gotta love a conduit. I'm getting a lot of lag. I wonder why.
Cassie XOXO93 says, I'm gonna fight the dragon tonight in my solo world.
Nice. Nice. Good luck. Remember, carved pumpkin. I know it's harder to see. In my opinion, the Endermen on that island are more dangerous than the dragon. I have died more times to the Enderman on that island than I have to the dragon. 100%.
Says, thank you.
100%. I have died more times to those Endermen than that dragon. So, a carved pumpkin is really a good asset. You know, if you need to like pop it off real quick to like make a bow shot or something like that. But a bucket of water, so that you don't have to like. So those the obsidian pillars, the end crystals, most of them you can hit with a bow and arrow, right? Poria, hello. Most of those you can hit with a bow and arrow, but some of them you got to get up there and break the iron bars. So my advice is to go on the back side of the pillar. So like you got your ring of pillars, right? Go on the outside of the pillar. So you're breaking that line of sight between the fountain where the dragon likes to be. You know, she flies around and everything, but it breaks the line of sight as much as possible. But the first thing that you do is you place a bucket of water on the ground, and then you stack jump up, take out that end crystal, and jump. Just jump down, land in that water. Get the heck out of dodge. You don't want her knocking you off, right? You want to control that fall and not get, like, knocked off with her wing, right? Because she's going to yeet you, and you're not going to hit that water, right? So you can water bucket clutch, maybe. Or you can have that forethought, place that bucket of water on the ground, then stack up and jump down. Get out of there as quick as you can. Don't leave yourself exposed. And just, yeah, it's a really good method. And then pick that bucket of water up and go on to the next one. And I do all of the ones that can be done with a bow and arrow first. Some people do all the caged ones first. Whatever. But then my biggest, most valuable piece of advice that I can tell you is to make yourself a hidey hole outside of the obsidian pillar ring on one end, wherever you can kind of remember that it's at, you know. But you dig yourself down like 4 blocks into the ground and make yourself, you don't need a big room, you just need a small room. Just, you know, not tall enough for an Enderman to spawn in there, right? Only 2 blocks high is you want this room. You don't want this room 3 blocks tall. You want it just big enough for you. No Enderman. Leave them out of the picture. And if things get hairy, if your palms get sweaty, mom spaghetti, get your butt in that hole and breathe. One of the biggest things that can trip you up in any kind of clutch moment is anxiety. And one of the things about video games is you're given a lot of opportunities to remove yourself from that anxiety. It's called the pause button. Minecraft does have a pause button now, but it didn't before, right? So, you know, that hidey hole is a proverbial pause button. It's your binky, right? It's your favorite stuffed animal. It is your favorite dish that your mom cooked for you growing up as a kid. Get to it, calm your butt down, and get back at it. right? I do it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Bucket of water. Carved pumpkin. John James, thank you for the follow. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. What were we doing? We built a tower the last time we were here in the hardcore world. Let's go look at it. Because we got a lot of terraforming. We're still on the hunt for a blue axolotl, but we need to take a break from that. We need a little break from that, okay? So we got our tower built over at the palace structure.
John James says, "Hey streamer, I really enjoy the way you stream. Your energy and vibe are awesome.
We don't enjoy the way that you advertise yourself.
Maybe connect a bit more. If you're open to it,
you're gross.
Feel free to hit me up on Discord.
Your name is gofyourself.com. Like how I talk over it. I haven't made a decision here yet. So this is something that we need to do. But Ariel, hello, hello. How are you? Good morning. But I am going to look at some pixel art to potentially do there. I think it'll be pretty cool if I can kind of pull off the thing that's mulling in my head. Whoa. Whoa. I need to do this real quick. Bum 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 bum. I don't know how I want to do all this. And place the post over your head. Yeah. Yeah, just a good safety blanket, you know? It's a really good idea. Oh, look, a trespasser. What? What kind of supplements was that llama taking?
Says, good morning.
Good morning. We need to put this doorway in the stairs. I really want to do that. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. We're not going to like...
Soxo93 says, good morning, pretty lady.
And now, eventually, if we come up with something that we like, we want to, like a farm or something that we want to build, we could, at later down the line,
says,
use
morning,
this
everyone.
Little stairway. There's a
good
doorway...
morning,
in these stairs. It's like right here. There's a doorway with like a fire on top of it. And so, yeah, I'm guessing, there's some sort of inner sanctum, right? Good morning, Mel, and good morning, Courtney. Good morning, everyone. But I think that we should put that in. I think that should stay. I need to pull up the photo. I just don't know where it's at. Let me look at something here. I may have something in this. Yeah, it's really built into the hill, or into the stairs, and it's about a third of the way over and a third of the way up. So, like, we can be pretty arbitrary with this and just kind of... like here.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, Hump Day.
Hump Day!
Courtney G says, what did you think of Visage?
I fell asleep pretty quick, to be honest with you.
Exo underscore says, I forgot it's Hump Day. I just need to restock our shop, and then I'll save and let you know when I'm ready to come over there.
I really don't like a lot of games. Okay, Mel.
Courtney G says, I did after a while.
Oh yeah, it didn't take me. Yeah, I was chatting for like the first bit of it, and then when I actually like turned the volume up to try and watch a little bit of it after she had gotten past like the first little bit, you know, when stuff kind of starts happening, it was because it was really slow in the beginning. That's the normalcy for a game. They're usually kind of slow in the beginning, but yeah, it was just kind of like I was really tired. I was really tired, and I just crashed. Now we're gonna use Deep Slate on the for this doorway so that we can kind of differentiate the because stuff like that in Minecraft gets gobbled up if you use the same blocks. Like you just can't see it, right? It just gets gobbled up. And so yeah, we're gonna do what we can to kind of make that like we did with these corners, to make them stand out from the rest of the building so that that shape didn't get gobbled up. Wait, do I already have some deep slate stairs on them? No, these are deep slate. We need to use the tough is what I meant. I was just backwards, though. No, man, it really does look about halfway. About halfway in and about a third of the way up. So let's put these back. And let's go... Okay, so... No. We'll put black concrete right there. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just put black concrete right here. pieces. That's what we need. 2 pieces. Uh-oh, I'm gonna smack into the building. Nope, I got it. We forgot to look at what. So you can trim armor with resin. Is that right? Is that's a thing, isn't it? Didn't they make that a trim item? But I reckon that it's gonna get gobbled up in the copper.
Ace Gaming 3406 says yes.
It's gonna get gobbled up in the copper for sure, right? Yeah, Terry, I usually dig like a little hole in the wall. That's my normal go-to is a little hole in the wall. I don't need any of that because I'm gonna recess it. I didn't need the flint and steel. I just forget. Oh no, I don't have fire aspect on this sword. Never mind. I did need the flint and steel. Put that right there. And this we are going to flatten off. I like this. This is nice. I like this. This turned out nice. When we're not done, because we've got a bunch of terraforming and like finish work to do. I'm just talking about the building. It's nice. I like it. And we took a little artistic freedom here, but that's okay. Man, it's really cold. It was in the 40s this morning. I don't like it. I don't like it. I reckon we need a bunch of stone. Whoa. Oh, I'm crouched. I was like, what the heck is going on?
EXO underscore Mel says, okay, I'll take an invite. Then can you refresh me on how we are altering the cenote before I continue? I'm still waking up and brain is buffering LOL.
I don't remember. I do remember.
EXO underscore Mel says, you wanted more overhang somehow?
I know. I'm messing with you. What was that? Okay. Dun 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 dun.
EXO underscore Mel says, LOL, I'm not awake enough.
Okay. I guess it's dark, huh? It's time to sleep. Almost time to sleep. Almost. What fur? Interesting. I got $2 from TikTok. I don't know why. Y'all want to find out why? I kind of low-key want to.
EXO underscore Mel says, yeah.
I don't know. Uh-huh. I have no idea. I have no idea. It's $2.07. That's what you get for 5.3 million views.
EXO underscore Mel says, don't spend it in one place.
Right? For reals. For reals. I still have to get rid of these axolotls. Whoa, no, 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 no. Hmm.
EXO underscore Mel says, I told my husband I was gonna warn him cause I'm a spicy princess today.
Oh, God. I'm just laying down stone as a shape. I feel like, and I don't want to break this because I don't want to lose them. I'd rather have shears on me and do it that way. But just if we build it up from out here is kind of what my thought is, you know? Build it up and out from here. Obviously that's a small sample size and looks like hell, but does that, and it can go right over top of a lot of that greenery. A lot of that green can just stay there, right? It can just stay there. Because it could be, you know, vegetation grown up under, I don't know. I feel like maybe that would be bare. But I definitely don't want to undo not hardly anything, honestly.
EXO underscore Mel says, do a mixture of stone and dirt and leaf overhang.
Mm-hmm.
EXO underscore Mel says?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is my bobblehead impression.
EXO underscore Mel says, you got it.
Because I don't think a lot needs to come out at all to achieve this. I think it just needs to be pivoted and build up some extra around the top, around the outside edge, and we can like bleed it up as well with coarse dirt and things like that. gotta come over here and make a cliff. I'm still crouched. Gimme. Really? Really? I'll probably go and put like a stone slab there. Gimme. I'm in a hole. Oh, it's getting scary out here.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, how much would you charge me on Rocketcraft for a fully enchanted set of boots and diamond?
Have you gone mining for ancient Deborah again?
Ace Gaming 3406 says, I have a little bit, but not much. How many you need?
All of it. How about gold? How you sitting on gold? How you looking on gold? Gold is something that I need quite a bit of for golden apples. I'm here to sleep. It's dangerous outside. Until the gold farm gets built, I need quite a bit of gold because golden apples ain't cheap.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, I may have about a stack.
Oof. Oof. That's 8 apples. It'll be nice and bright under here, won't it? With these torches? Maybe not down here.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, only reason why I ask about the boots is because I lost mine while trying to spawn-proof the Guardian farm.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I heard you say that you lost them.
Mika Melon 95 says, "Good morning."
Good morning, Michaela. I'm failing. Hey, give me. I can't get that one. Nope, can't get that one. That's fine. We'll make some scaffolding for that one. Oh, okay. Okay. And then remember, this is all just a base shape, you guys. This is all just a base shape that we are working with here. And then we go back later and detail out that shape. Do I seriously not have any dirt whatsoever? There. The corners are always fun.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, "How's it feel to have wings?"
Oh, it's great. It's so good. It's so good, Ace.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, "The little things you miss about late game in Minecraft."
I know, right? Whoops. It's fine.
Mika Melon 95 says, "I started a new world couple days ago.
Yeah?
I'm trying my best not to do my normal stuff."
Break it up a little bit and do some different stuff. I feel you. We anticipated this. It's okay. Well, I did. I anticipated this.
MikaMelon95 says, yeah, but mostly BC, I've never really done Minecraft to the full extent. I want to do more than just the basics.
Cool. Anything particular that you may have questions about, or... No, that's okay. That's okay. We can drip it out here. I'm okay with this.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, only question I have is why do I have to adult? Why can't I just be a Toys R Us kid?
I don't want to grow up, 'cause I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with, from bikes to trains to video games. It's the biggest toy store there is. I don't want to grow up, 'cause if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid. Boom, boom. Another trespasser up there. Gotta add weight in your corners, or else it doesn't feel right. Where'd you go, trespasser? He's like, no, not that guy. My cousin told me about that guy. My cousin told me about that guy, not that guy. Cause you were right. Ace, I can give you one reason. You like that nice dingy Ford truck of yours, don't you? You like that, don't you? You should. You should. You should be very proud of yourself. That's
Ace
why. Ace Gaming
3406 says, LOL, yeah.
You like owning that home you're living in? Big hats off to you, partner, because that's something that your boy Chef never pulled off. I never did that. I'll never own a home. I don't think I will. I'll probably own some property one day, but it won't have like a traditional trad built home. It won't have a not like that in that sense. I may have a small piece of property one day. But owning a traditional stick built home, that is not in your boy's future. I've never bought a brand new car. I bought a year and a half old car for my ex-wife.
I bought my house 9 years ago, and it felt so good. But it's so much work.
It is a lot of work. And I bought a 3-year-old car when I was like 20, 21. But when I was 20, in 2001, no, I was 20. So it was was it that old when I bought it? It was a 96 Nissan Sentra. And I bought it in either 99 or 2000. So it was maybe 3 or 4 years old. But that car had 40,000 miles on it when I bought it. So it was nothing. I crashed that car at 190,000 miles. I drove that car all over this country, getting 37 to 42 miles a gallon because it was a manual transmission. It was a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder. And so if you're cruising on the highway at like 70 in fifth gear, you're not pulling any RPMs. You're just cruising. You're just...
Mika Melon 95 says, I probably will, but Eve's been learning a good bit just by watching.
Heck yeah.
LOL.
Well, you are in the Discord, right, Michaela? You're in the Discord. You have permission to see the chat and stuff that we have? Because you are always welcome to post things as they come up. There. That's what it's for.
Mika Melon 95 says, yes, and I have been looking that as well.
You're always welcome to post in that subscribers only area and yeah. We get chatty. We can extend this floor out to here. Just let it meet up with that naturally. And then we can stack in some slabs and some other stuff in through here. Just add, like I said, like we say, add weight.
Said, I have to go adult in the 37-degree range / wind.
Nah. You're a better man than I for doing that, buddy. Because I ain't doing it. And then we said we want to build like kind of a larger stone barrier that comes through here and kind of creates like a natural border between this ravine. So we kind of want to hump up the stone, right? We want it to be kind of sticking up from the side of this palace. We want to bring it up and I don't even know that we need to bring it up that high, to be honest with you. No. We're going to kind of let's taper that down to just one above. It's fine. We're going to fortify that, but we just want it to kind of taper down a little bit. I like having just like that little bit of an edge right there just to kind of help accentuate. But again, remember, this is all going to get texturized and whatnot. I'm just getting shape and stuff.
On my starter base. Only got 6 hours of sleep before I had to get up and get ready for work. But I have to say, it's probably the best looking base I've ever done, even though it's not quite finished.
Heck yeah. It's great when you know, something comes together and it's just a great feeling. It really is. So, that's awesome. Congratulations. Oh. We missed a screenshot opportunity with 3,333 days played. We could have gone to position 333, 333. Well, technically, I mean, we could have gone to 3333 on both and had a bunch of threes up there. Y level 33.
Exo_Mel says, dang.
Yeah. Oh, it feels so good being able to place blocks. Oh, look! Look, Mel! Oh, it's so good. It's the little things. It's the little things.
Exo_Mel says, haha, yes. RC has been rough.
Yeah.
Courtney G says, the little things that bring so much joy to us.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Fine, you sleep then. I need a cup of coffee anyway. Even though it's too early for me to get a second cup.
Exo_Mel says, I'm on bed duty.
You did what on your bed?
XO_Mel says, and don't worry, I didn't slap a random bed down. XO_Mel says, bed duty on your bed, El Meo.
Oh, it's those brown beds.
95 says, bahahaha.
It's those brown beds. Who you gonna love when I'm gone? Oh, y'all. If you saw the size of the stretch I was doing right now.
Courtney G says, or yellow beds.
My kid would be trying to stick his finger in my belly button right now. Jerk. Do y'all's kids do that? Do y'all's kids do that? Or is it just mine? I like it.
XO_Mel says, I retch when my husband does that to me, El Meo.
God dang it. Whoa, what is all that? I don't want to play Marvel. That's just weird. Yes, it is normally yellow beds that I like to use, Courtney. But the only wool we could find was Ollie had a bunch of brown wool, and so we got the poo beds. We got the poo beds. Bum ba bum bum bum.
XO_Mel says, I shipped my bed.
I shipped my bed. Oof. Hold on. God dang. Oh. I just got a little dizzy spell. Hang on. I'm fine. It just makes me nauseous. Yeah, that's right, Terry. It is. It's always great when what you're building starts to feel right. It's some people will never understand, but it is quite rewarding. Feels good. I seriously didn't. I didn't. Well, I could do this. I can do this. No, it's all gonna fall in there. I'm not gonna worry myself with it. I'm just gonna fly back. I'm gonna do the fly of shame. and it was in my hand. The cobblestone was in my hand. It was in my grasp. Ooh, I thought I was about to dip my toes in that fire right there. And I just didn't grab it. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. Danger holes. Holy cow, why so many though? The Endermen have been busy over there. Good Lord. Really got to trade this out for a real floor so that they stop doing that and all that. But I would rather focus on getting the bulk of the stuff built up now.
95 says, quick question on your fence post doorways.
Uh-huh.
Does that involve vertical slabs?
No. Wall, fence, wall.
Mel says, my next project is to make that area 2 to 3 deep LOL.
Any wall you want, any fence you want, any wall you want. You can even do it on a diagonal. So like if it was wall, fence, wall, would still play. And it does not have to be too tall. It can just be one tall. I just do it because it looks more complete. So any wall. Stone brick wall, black stone wall, tough wall, deep slate wall, sandstone wall. Is there a sandstone wall? Yeah, there's sandstone walls. Any wall you want. Any fence post you want. And any wall you want. And so and they have to be 3 blocks in a row, and they can be in a straight line or on the diagonal. Doesn't matter. Still keeps all the mobs out.
Melon 95 says, gotcha.
A baby
Thanks.
turtle,
Smiley
the smallest mob in the game, will not walk through that hole. And just remember my word of caution with that door. Don't draw a bunch of mobs to you and stand on the other side of the door mocking them, because they will push their way through. So if there's 2 mobs there, it's unlikely to happen. But with 3 of them moving around right there, the 2 of them might push one of them through. That happens. Just, you know, mind your manners. You don't want to mock them too bad.
Mika Melon 95 says, good to know. LOL.
Okay. Oh, this is very 80s.
EXO_Mel says, this song makes me need some hairspray.
Real bad. Mm-hmm. Got an itch. No, right there. This one makes me have Limp Bizkit flashbacks.
EXO_Mel says, we know you love the biscuit.
Now I know you'll be loving this right here. S-I-M-P biscuit is right here.
M00tastic says, oh hi.
Good morning, Molly. That is not the block that I was trying to break, but oh my goodness. Oh, it's not quite high enough, but so we'll just land right here. That's fine. This looks good. When we finish that draping rock feature that comes down around that outer edge, that's going to look really good. We need to add some more weight into it up there. All through it, we need to add some more. That's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. That. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Cassie Xoxo 93 says, anyone know if the camshaft or timing chain is an expensive fix on an old 2011 Buick?
Um, Timing chains are never fun, and unless it's like an older. You said it's a 2000. It's that Buick Rendezvous, right? Yeah. See, that's probably a double overhead cam engine, and those are certainly not fun. So, Enclave, yeah. Not Rendezvous. So, is it that 3.3 liter or is it the 38? Is it 3.8 liter?
Cassie Xoxo 93 says 3.8.
That 3800 engine is a great engine, but I can't remember if it's dual overhead cam or not.
Cassie Xoxo 93 says, yeah, I have no idea LOL. I just drive her LOL.
It is a double overhead cam engine. It's a lot more complicated. So James, thanks for the follow. It's definitely a lot more complicated to do a double overhead cam. But yeah, it's not fun because I'm willing to bet that that's front wheel drive orientation on the engine. So it's probably an all wheel drive car. It's probably an all wheel drive car, but the engine and transmission orientation are front wheel drive mounted.
Cassie Xoxo 93 says
that's what makes it harder, Cassie, because so listen, the timing the timing chain is usually on the front of the engine, okay? So where all the gears and pulleys are is considered the front of an engine. And so in a rear-wheel drive car, the front of an engine is at the front of the car. So that's like when you open up the old truck hoods, you see that big fan spinning around right on the front of the engine, and it's attached to the, it's actually attached to the crankshaft because it's just always spinning that fan, right? And so you got that. But then in front-wheel drive cars, they turn that engine sideways, and the front of the engine's on one of the sides of the car.
I had hope.
Oh, that's great.
Melon95 says, LOL.
Yeah, so that front of the engine that's on a rear-wheel drive car, when they do that front-wheel drive, they turn that whole engine sideways, and now the front of the engine is stuffed in between the side of the car where the wheel is, and you have this much space to work. And let me tell you how fun that is. Even on 4 cylinders. So my little race car was a dual overhead cam 4-cylinder.
Cassie Xoxo93 says, lovely.
And it was a timing chain car, not a timing belt. It had a chain. And while there's usually no standard service interval for the chain itself, like the tensioner and the guides need regular service. Howdy. And if they have a service interval, okay? And so those aren't that hard to change, the timing chain guides and the tensioner. And so that's what you see happening, Cassie, is where people don't know that those have a service interval. It's plastic parts with a chain rubbing against them, right? So those need to be changed out. And if those don't get changed out, timing chains stretch. Okay, because they're not properly tensioned, so they're in there bouncing around, they're flexing. The chains are, because they don't have enough tension. Instead of just riding like a nice tight chain, they're in there flopping around and they get stretched out. And if you jump time, almost every modern engine is what's referred to as an interference engine, which means that I'm getting real deep into how an engine works. That means that the valves and the pistons, if they're not timed properly, they make contact with each other. So the valves keep they seal the combustion chamber, and they have to open and close. As the pistons move to compress what's inside the combustion chamber, well, the valve opens up enough to where the piston will smack it. And you've ever heard the term, you've bent a valve? It's because your timing was jumped, and the engine wasn't going in and out at the proper timing. That's why they need to time. Is because the piston, as this valve is trying to open to let in or out exhaust combustion fuel, right? The piston will smack it and bend that valve, and then that's a really bad day. That's a really, really bad day.
Exo_Mel says, my head is spinning.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. Oh.
Exo_Mel says, I took an auto class and am still lost el now.
No, I don't want that on the top slab. So, engines are a lot more simple than people try to make them out to be. They really are. It's a process, okay? I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna give you guys the fun way to remember the combustion cycle. Are you ready for this? It's a 4-part. So you've heard of a 2-stroke engine. That means that a combustion stroke, or a 2-cycle engine. So there's only 2 strokes. There's only 2 parts of that combustion cycle. But a car engine is a 4-stroke engine, and that is. Should I tell you the fun way to remember it or the real way? I'll tell you the real way. So you've got the intake stroke, where you're pulling in air and fuel. You have the compression stroke, where that fuel and air is squeezed into a tighter ball. You have the ignition stroke, which ignites that ball of flammable liquid and air. And then you have the exhaust stroke, which pushes out that burnt fuel. Those are the four cycles. So you have intake, compression, ignition, exhaust. But this is suck, squeeze, bang, blow. That's how an engine works. And on that, I'm going to get a cup of coffee.
John B. Good says, engines basically take
an engine is a lung.
Fuel
and
turn it into power through combustion.
Yeah. It's a lung.
M00 Tastic says, WEFLOL. XO_Mel says, it all makes sense now, Ty El now.
Huh?
John B. Good says, I know car stuff against my will BC of my BFLOL.
Yeah. Ignition cycles is not something that most people get into, though, but I just have a much simpler way at looking at it, because in all honesty, it's a pretty simple process. You got to bring in air and fuel. You got to compress that air and fuel. You got to make it go boom, and then you got to get rid of the exhaust gases, because they're no good to you anymore, right? So when you breathe in oxygen, you got, like, it's scrubbing oxygen, and we got carbon dioxide left over, and we got to get it out, right? We're kind of a 2-stroke engine. A lung is a human body. Good stuff in, bad stuff out. Good stuff in, process good stuff, bad stuff out.
John B. Good says, his spark plugs pooped out, so that's why I know about engines.
All right, coffee. Coffee. Need it, want it. Human moment, also need it. Yeah, suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
John B. Good says, that's what he said. XO_Mel says, LMAO. Nika Melon 95 says, I feel like it's a cousin to the bop at LOL. Mel says, haha.
Now, if you want to get really confused, I can tell you that that only applies to Atkinson cycle engines, 4-cycle engines. There's also a Miller cycle 4-cycle engine. There's only one car that I can think of that it came on that was mass produced that you would know of, and it was the late 90s Mazda Millennia S. It was a turbocharged 4-cylinder Miller cycle engine. Works completely different. Not completely, but quite different. We're not talking about that one because I don't quite understand it fully either. It leaves the valves open a little bit, and you're like pushing against the compression of the engine, and it's weird.
Mika Melon 95 says, would a rotary engine function the same?
No, not at all. It doesn't even have pistons. A rotary engine has 3 moving parts. I'm not joking. It has literally 3 moving parts. It builds compression by rotation of a rotor or multiple rotors.
Check the rough direction the cenote is going and yay or nay.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a yay. I kind of glanced at it, but I will take a closer look. Rotaries are a whole different beast. They consist of a rotor, which is a semi-triangular shaped piece of metal, a housing that the rotor sits in, an eccentric shaft that the rotor spins on. Okay? And so in the combustion chamber is the entire engine, and it's kind of peanut shaped. It has a bulge here and a bulge here with a skinnier part in the middle. And this triangular thing spins around in this peanut-shaped combustion chamber and closes off sections of the peanut. And as it moves around, do you remember that spiral doodle thing? As a kid, you have a spiradoodle. It's always reminded me of that. The way that this Dorito, we call them Doritos, the rotor, rotates around in this peanut, right? And so as it rotates around in this peanut, it closes off different sections and compresses the gas and the fuel as it moves across this weird shape. Okay, and so because it makes a hole that's bigger, and then the hole gets smaller, and then the hole gets bigger again as it goes, as this triangular, semi-triangular thing spins around in this peanut. They're completely different. They're maniacal. They rev to the moon. And in my personal opinion, it's this next kind of thing is debatable, and it's personal preference, but this car is on one of most car guys' top sounding cars ever made. And for me, I don't even really like rotary engines that much, but the Mazda 787B Le Mans car is, in my opinion, and in arguably the best sounding engine ever made, ever, period, comma, ever. It's crazy, and the thing revs to like 13,000 RPMs. It's stupid. They banned the car because it was too fast. It beat everybody so badly That Le Mans, nope. You can't race it with us anymore. This is unfair. Nobody can beat you. Look it up. Mazda 787B. The sound of that thing is more like that of a jet engine, and it is awesome. I one day hope to hear it with my real ears. I hope to be in the same physical location as a 787B so that I can hear it in person and not on a recording. It's it's an incredibly rare thing that you get to hear, like to be next to a 787B. It's just an incredibly rare vehicle, because it wasn't a street legal vehicle. It wasn't sold as a car that you could drive. It was a race car. Rotaries be wild though. Rotaries be wild. I love the guy who came up with the design of the rotary engine that Mazda uses. His name is Wankel. I think his name was maybe Heinrich. He's a German guy, but his name is Wankel. What a name, right? Wankel. I bought more cinnamon almond delight at the store. It is. Yes, Mel, this is exactly what I had in mind. Precisely. Stop being a pretty princess.
XO_Mel says, perfect.
Some of them do.
Says, my hubby has showed me a few videos of rotary engines. They do sound good.
Yeah, so like there's
Cassie
things.
Xoxo93 says, I have a pumpkin pecan coffee and it's delightful.
That actually sounds really good.
XO_Mel says,
Ooh.
LMO, not me.
That actually sounds really good, Cassie. Is it a creamer or is it the coffee? If it's a coffee, tell me the brand and I might look for it. Because that sounds actually really good.
Cassie Xoxo93 says, nope, it's the coffee itself.
I'm not a pumpkin spice princess, but I like pumpkin. Oh,
Cassie
it's a local place? Oh, I
says,
got you.
He'll send it to you, but it's a local place.
I was hoping it might be like a something I could get at the grocery store or something.
Cassie Xoxo93 says, you have a box?
I don't. I looked into them. They're incredibly expensive. They're way more expensive than I thought they would be. Yes. Have you come down here yet, Mel, and looked up at any of this? Yes. This is exactly what it needed.
XO_Mel says, I have.
And I think with that one over there, I think definitely some spore blossoms and whatnot. And I really need to build up some confidence to put a big head right here. I want a big head right here with water pouring out of its mouth. I'm being a pretty princess on that one.
I'd med you a picture.
Okay, awesome. I sent you a couple of pictures. I think it was in the Hardcore World group chat of kind of what I have in mind for, on the wall of the cenote. But I am really not confident with it, and I'm just lacking some courage, is all. I'm just lacking a little courage. I'm also stretched a little bit. My research is... I'm
Exo
just
underscore Mel says, yeah, it will look great.
yeah. Oh yeah. I in the background, you know, I'm doing a lot of research for things to build on Rocketcraft, right? And so, you know, between that and looking at Mayan stuff as well, I have been stretched a little thin lately. With you know, I need my muse. Um, but it comes in little waves and stuff. So you know, we're fine. We got lots of things to do to keep us occupied and in between and that sort of thing. So, because you know, rushed work is never really that good of work. Um, it can look great on the surface, but rushed work usually presents itself with a lot of hidden flaws and just that lack of forethought is something that I'm trying to remove from my life. Yeah. Makes sense? Does that make sense at all? Maybe? But yes, I am having quite a lack of confidence on building that head in 3 dimensions. So, because like organic stuff like that is what I'm not very good at. That's what I have a hard time with. And I'm slowly, with my terraforming, I'm trying to I'm trying to get that to help me with my 3 dimensional skills.
Exo underscore Mel says, yes, if I force myself to do something quickly, it never turns out quite right.
Some people do better than others with that, but generally speaking, you're going to find flaws in rushed work. That or it's not their work and they just copied something. I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? We can't. Not everybody builds original Minecraft things. A lot of people take something that's out there and modify it a little bit to make it their own. That's awesome. That's the beauty of this game. That's what we love about this game. Let's not get twisted, right? It's why we love this game. Is because so many different skill levels can have fun with it. And that's what we're trying to do here, right? Trying to de-stress, have fun, express ourselves, relax. It's just a vidya game. It's a vidya game. Oh. Mel's in danger. Mel's in danger. Hi, Sheepy. You didn't scare the crap out of me. Not at all. Bum 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 bum.
Exo underscore Mel says, my RC theme this season is new to me, so I will definitely do a tutorial or get inspired from photos until I get the general idea down, lol.
Nice. So I know that here. Let's go over here and get this. So because there is something that we really we should have been working on long ago, but you know how the squirrel is. So let's ouch. That hurt. Nah, I thought I had more than that. I bet it's inside. It's inside, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Hello, Mr. Gollum.
Exo underscore Mel says, I seem to do better with organics than structures.
Really? Let's get our sound back. go ahead and start the process of getting this top layer turned to stone. We're going to give it a ring of this block here, right? So we're literally just going to go through and replace the outer edge with this. Whoops. Thought I saw another bee nest. See, we can always find something to do. Huh. It doesn't feel right there. Oof. Oof.
Exo_Mel says, conduit effects during the rain scared me LOL.
Yeah, it's because the water's touching your head. Chicken. Water's touching your head and you are within range of a conduit. It's yours.
Exo_Mel says, danger.
Danger? Is it a thunderstorm?
Exo_Mel says, no.
Oh.
Exo_Mel says, the danger holes, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Mikamelon95 says, how many HRS do you have in this world?
I don't know. That's a good question. So a Minecraft day is kind of arbitrary. Right? Because you can sleep, you can not sleep. I think the scaffolding that's under there for me trying to get out Um, so yeah, there's days where you sleep. There's days where you don't sleep. It's all a bit arbitrary, and so that can really. Oh man, that was so fast. Oh, oh. All right, Nazbut. Bye. Yes, I know. I know I did that on purpose.
Exo_Mel says, Molly is on it.
Oh, yeah.
M00 Tastic says, get wrecked.
Wrecked, kid. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Minecraft days. So Minecraft days are kind of arbitrary, like, you know, when thinking in terms of real life time. Because there are days that you sleep, there's days that you don't sleep, and so that can kind of change that number, right? So, yeah, I really don't know how many hours per se that we have in it. Yeah, that's tough. Are we gonna make it all the way? I don't think we're gonna make it all the way around. No, we're not. So we don't have it. This is our last stack. Yeah, we're not making it all the way around.
Exo_Mel says, my legs are jello from the seated leg press machine.
Alright, now we gotta make more to finish. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll be fine.
Mika Melon 95 says, I think you can check hours played by going to statistics within the pause screen.
That's your total hours played ever in Minecraft. I'm fairly certain it is. I'm happy to be corrected. Happy to be corrected. But if you in your Minecraft account or Microsoft account, I'm pretty sure that's telling you total time played ever. So Java tracks stats per world, whereas Bedrock tracks stats per account. So like when you're playing Java, you can get every achievement on every world you play. You can get every achievement every time. Like every world you play. It's pretty wild. But not on Bedrock. Ooh, right? No, those need to go, dum-dum.
M00tastic says, I just got jump scared by that hole and how far the drop was.
Yeah, I made this mountain. I made some of this mountain. Some of this mountain was here. I had to make it bigger.
Mika Melon 95 says, I'm not sure I'll send what AI just told me to Discord.
Not gonna lie, the little golem statues in your peripherals look like creepers. We're still gonna need another stack.
Exo_Mel says, they made me jump when I came out of the temple LOL.
Yeah. Yep. Tracks. For sure. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. With 12 to spare. To spare. That one just isn't necessary.
Exo_Mel says, do you want to build up the land around the overhang or should I?
If you're in a groove, groove it. Oh God! Oh, my knees. Oh, those taste weird together. That does kind of taste weird together. Cinnamon, almond delight, and lemon heads.
Exo_Mel says, yeah, I think my brain needs something a little less design-wise.
Oh, that's just days played. So that's on screen right now. 3,345 minutes. But that is an arbitrary amount of actual real life time. That time can vary drastically. Right? So it can so how long is the Minecraft night? It can vary that much per Minecraft day played. It can vary as however long the Minecraft night is, up to that long each one of those days in real life time. Does that make sense?
Jonna B. Good says, W Temple and W Pathway.
Oh, thank you. It is. This whole place is just really
Mika Melon 95
starting to be
says,
amazing.
OMK. M00 Tastic says, BRB. Y'all keep things locked down, LOL.
Got it.
Jonna B. Good says, it's coming together slowly but surely.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. When the vision is large, it takes a long time. Dude, Immortalis, that guy is the freaking definition of build patience. Because as long as I've been going live, he's been working on that same city build. And it's all in creative and stuff like that. But it is truly mega, the scale of what he's doing. It is giga, as a matter of fact. It is far beyond the size of this. It's far beyond the size of Alexandria. It's big. It's a lot. And he's putting a lot into it. And, yeah, that guy is the definition of build patience. Because he does a lot of wireframe work to kind of get his proportions right and everything like that, and then he goes back and fills in details and stuff like that, and it's a huge deal. It really is. Oof. Aha! Haha! Haha! Now the floor around this temple is probably going to be that deep slate tile. So the deep slate brick, most likely, I think, is going to be the best choice. It's going to help pop the building off the ground. Although a lot of this is deep slate. So maybe tough is the answer to pop it off the ground. I think we should do this section right here. Half deep slate tiles and half tough slabs. I'm saying tiles, but I mean slabs.
Jonna B. Good says, what's at the bottom of the stairways? The green thing.
The copper golem statues.
Jonna B. Good says, cute. I didn't know they had statues.
Yeah, so when they age fully, oh, let me put this stuff away here. When they become fully aged, they will then turn into a statue. Ah! Scared the crap out of me. Do I have any? I may have.
Jonna B. Good says, Mel.
No, I don't. So if you don't wax the golem, it turns into these statues eventually. And then you can go through and you can wax him into all 4 states of copper coloration. Okay? And then once you scrape him one final time, he comes back to life. But you can you gotta have an empty hand. You can pose him in 4 different poses.
Jonna B. Good says, OMG, that one with the hands up is so cute.
Yeah. It is cute. So funny. Man, I hate rainy days in Minecraft. That's just not cool. Oh.
Jonna B. Good says, boo Minecraft rain.
This is going to be super sketchy. Actually, I think the floor is mostly solid here. Oh, be careful, Sheffrey. Yeah, that's where it starts to go away. Hey, I did exactly half. Really? No. That is not where I wanted those to be. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Sad Curly 12, thanks for the follow. Yeah, you got me. Oh, wait. Wait. Yeah. Yep. You got your name exactly on spot on, Curly. You are a sad, sad human being.
Teacher Person 21 says, dang bots.
I know, right? I think it's tough because that'll make them. Yeah, it's tough. Oh my. That's gonna pop the building off the ground. That was weird. But this is going to be a very, very fun task. Oh, come on. I was crouched. I was crouched. No. Give me those. And give me those. Now, this is the only one with a path up, but we're going to come up with some sort of kind of way for this path to lead into the door, right? So we'll do that as well. But for now, we're just going to kind of... We need to make sure that we stay crouched, though. This will let some light up through from under there as well. Which is good. That's good. Now, in spots like this, we need to add some lighting.
95 says, "Oh no, Mr. Pig."
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. So scary. Oh man. This is going to be a lot of blocks. Oh, look. I had a bunch of those. Why didn't I see those? Oh. Oh, it's dirty. It's dirty.
Exo_Mel says, hey, all that dirt I had you save is coming in handy.
Oh, 47 shulkers of it? Come on now. Are all 47 shulkers necessary?
Exo_Mel says, MMHMM.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is that right? Is that right? No.
Courtney G says, real question is why did you have so many full of dirt? Haha.
Because they made me. Because they made me keep it. I wanted to throw it away, Courtney. I wanted to just let it sit there and despawn. No. No, no, no. No, no, can't have that.
Donna B. Good says, ha ha ha.
Can't have that. Sorry, pig. Oh, you're so lucky, pig. So we're gonna do something else. We don't have to. No, we don't have to. Not here. Only on the front are we gonna do that. We're only doing that on the front. And if we ever expand, we'll do it on the other sides too. No. He's fine. He's fine. There's nothing wrong with him.
Exo_Mel says, we are only doing that on the front, is the motto of every person with a mullet.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Courtney G says, ha 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 ha.
The mullet motto. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? What is that nonsense? Is that my last stack that I have? It is. The rest is deep slate. Eh. Yikes! No.
Jonna B. Good says, did a pretty good job of spawn proofing that. I remember some said to fill it in. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Nah, not happening. Not happening. Yeah, there's definitely some spots that are not spawn proof under there. There definitely are, but eh. Oh, stop that. It's because I'm crouched. Because I don't want to fall in. Although I will survive any... What? I'll survive any fall down into that. Just, we're fine. As far as, you know, armor goes and whatnot. But it's never fun to fall in a big hole. No. 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 I'm beating you to this bed. Aha! Ha!
Exo_Mel says, or is it?
I guess it depends on the hole. I guess it truly does depend on the hole, doesn't it?
Exo_Mel says, I suppose falling into a dripstone cave wouldn't be fun.
No, that can straight up just ruin your day. Aw, come on. Oh, come on. Ba, 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 ba. Try to get this done. I need to go over to my parents' house today and get a little bit of work done. So, yeah. Trying to get this all done. I at least want to get the outside part done, and then next week we can start with the, like the little entryways or whatever, and do... Hopefully I can remember to do a little bit of research and we can work on a little floor design as well. Oh, come on. Come on. Get wrecked. Swift Sneak also is great to have back. Not just wings, but Swift Sneak as well. There were some for sale, but I'm trying not to spend money in Rocket Craft. I say money, it's not real money, it's just rocket coins. It's in-game money, but I'm trying an experiment. Bye, chicken. Come on. Oh, of course. Probably not enough. It's probably not enough. Almost spleefed her. it do that? Oh my god, why is it placing under there? Just little changes. And then that mound that it sits on, we want to probably stonify that too. I was just taking some notes, sorry. That goat. I like the view from up here. I like this vantage point. I don't know that I've done much looking from here. But I like it. I like this view. Amazing.
XO_Mel says, that rocket takeoff made me think there was a creeper by Meow Man.
That's funny. There we go. Sorry. Excuse me. I need a quick human moment. I'll be right back.
XO_Mel says, what are you thinking timing-wise for today?
Great question. I will answer it in just a moment. Oh, so here's what I'm thinking, Mel. I'm thinking that I actually end the live now, and me and you hop into a voice call and just kind of circle up some things and bounce some things off each other while we're both looking at the same stuff. How's that sound? Because I got to go get some work done today. Gotta go make that money. Okay, cool.
Well,
so that's what we're gonna do. I've got about 20 minutes before I got to start kind of getting out the door and stuff like that. So that works about right for me. That it gives us 10, 20 minutes to just kind of chat and look at some stuff. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I'll be back either tonight or tomorrow morning. We may be back, but in Rocketcraft tonight. But we'll see. We'll see if anybody wants to go on an adventure. Maybe we'll do an adventure tonight. group adventure. We'll see if anybody's down for it. Yeah. Outside of that, guys, I love your faces. Thanks for hanging out. I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you. I do. And until next time.